good? All right, ladies. So what I'm doing is I'm replicating something similar to the fire sacral spell that I did last Thursday, where I produced my last batch of this passion concentrate, which is so lovely. I know you liked it. And I've made a few changes to it because I felt like, even though I've gotten a really good response from people that like, this is powerful shit, it's well balanced, you know, it's effective, I want to amp it up just a little bit. I'm going to do that because like a respected witch friend of mine in New Jersey, Britt, thought for sure that I was going to throw cinnamon into that last fire spell, and I was like, yeah, no, I want to get people amped up, but I don't want to see people fucking in the streets, you know. And so a couple things that I changed about this spell over the last one that I did, which I feel is going to make it way more powerful, is I added the cinnamon to it. And a little bit more lavender, you know, so it'll be hot, but it won't be like burn yourself hot. You know, something that'll kind of, I want it to come on slow for people so they're not just overwhelmed by it. So anyways, we've got...
They didn't want to make friends with Lilith too?
Lilith is not for everyone, but Lilith is definitely for me. We are friends. She is one of my newest patrons, and I am grateful for her because shit just works like it should. That's all. Shit just works like it should. I'll leave it at that, you know, and getting in touch with my inner darkness and being comfortable with the dark and being able to see in the dark. Okay? The dark is so not scary when you can see it, you know, and you've got the eyes to see in the dark, by the way. I can tell that you have eyes capable of seeing in the dark. You know, but that's something for a different day. You're not there yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. I'll tell you what. Once we lose our fear of the dark, you know, like shit becomes a lot of shit becomes a lot easier. It really does. Okay, because we don't tread so lightly, and we can take the risks that we need to take in order to do the kind of powerful spells that are going to really change people's lives. All right, so there's definitely some darkness going on in this spell. Lilith is definitely giving me some direction in this spell. Of course, there's fire in this spell. I've already prepared my substrate for the fire, just a pine cone and some shredded oak and some dried flowers that I have no idea what they are, but I just kind of harvested them off a job that I was on a couple weeks ago. I just saw them and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna need these for something. So I threw a bunch of them in the bed of my truck. I broke this one up so you can't even see what it looks like, but I'll try to put up a picture of the flower. And then I've got a little pile of sage. And this spell also, like, I brought the fairy in. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, baby. I brought the fairy in because even though, like, I've been told that it's balanced, and I feel like it's balanced because my sacral energy is definitely balanced. I feel like we're moving to a place where the fairy and the dragon really need to be working together closely, especially since Lilith has had her eyes on Lisa. Stay away from my woman, okay? She'll come when she's ready. So I got just a couple of crystals set up. My favorite, the carnelian, the sacral crystal. That's my sacral crystal. And then I got Lisa's little rose quartz yoni egg. Actually, this is a yoni egg. If you don't know what a yoni egg is, and it does stuff, right? I personally never tried it. No one specified that it was for the female gender equipment or not. So I mean, I might just take that home tonight and try it. see what comes of it. See if we make a mess or something. Other than that, I got my burn ready already. I'm not gonna go deep into what all is in the burn. It's just a couple of select herbs, you know, that I know are really good for passion. Like we got some anise in there. There is some lavender buds in there, the cinnamon, of course, which I already mentioned, and brain fart. Come on, help me out.
What else?
Chamomile.
Oh, chamomile. Okay.
Chamomile. So there's chamomile in there, and I think that's all. That was all we put in there. And then I took and I selected 5 bay leaves, and I used my specific. On 4 of them, I used my specific power symbol. It sits like this. This is my power sigil.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of a seal. I don't think I've ever showed you my power sigil. You know, this is pretty much the sigil that I can use with any other sigil, and it just puts a little extra oomph into it. So I've got 4 of those with that in it. And then because this is a releasing moon that we're working under, Lisa and I kind of came up with a releasing sigil, which pretty much was just the image of the waterfall we went and saw earlier. There was some serious releasing power in that waterfall.
Yeah.
I was astounded by it. Well, you saw it
I
already.
saw
It looks kind of like a vagina to me. It's like
That was the other sigil we made.
yeah, we did make a sacral sigil, which we have yet to put to use. So anyways, these are all going to go in here. And now, like, a lot of people who do craft would say that something like a passion spell you'd maybe want to do under the full moon, especially because this particular passion spell of mine has great manifestative qualities. It has attractive qualities. We can attract more than just people, but things that we want. I've also designed this spell to where it has a like a barrier quality to it. So things and people that we don't want in our lives will actually stay away.
That's for me.
Right? So here's the point. The point is we don't have to be afraid of passion. We don't have to be afraid that if we use passion that it's going to bring things into our existence that we don't want, because we've all had enough of that shit, right? And again, not just people, but things too. You know, like a lot of people that have worked with, you know, that have used my passion have said that it opened up new opportunities for them in their workplace, you know, and that it's opened up new opportunities in their family structure and stuff like that. So that's an important part of it. That's the magic of patchouli. Patchouli. People either love patchouli or hate patchouli.
I love it.
Right? If you love patchouli and you've got patchouli and someone comes around you that hates patchouli, you know that person does not belong in your existence. And that's the magic of patchouli, and that's the push-pull aspect of this particular spell with these bottles. So, and pink Himalayan sea salt, which has a really powerful protective quality as well, the way that I charged it under the full moon a couple moons ago. It's got a real powerful spell where I was visited by a group of beings that identified themselves as the gods of seven.
Okay.
And they were like, this shit will protect you from World War III. And I'm like, cool. We're gonna fucking use it in everything. All right, any questions about this? And I've got my magic fire stuff too.
Okay.
Magic fire stuff. Can you see this okay?
Yeah.
Come over.
Yeah, a little bit, just so like I can see it because yeah.
Well, you're gonna want to see this. I'm in a mood where I might actually want to manipulate fire. We'll see. Fire doesn't burn me, by the way. It's a really cool thing about being a dragon, is fire doesn't burn you.
Okay. I've always loved fire. I've been a little firebug.
Yeah, I was like a year old when I set my grandparents' carpets on fire.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, I don't fuck around, man. I mean, I love fire. So I'm just trying to get this little bit of burn going. See, I love the fire. It does not bother me at all. Sometimes I can grab a flame out and hold it for like a second. And then, and that is for more than just show. That shit gets my sacral fucking going. And speaking of my sacral, I did promise Lisa I would throw the entire thing into this in her bottle. There's the whole reason why I bought that stone today. I've been pumping my sacral into it for the past couple of hours. Now, everybody else's bottle was going to get just a hint of my sacral. I promise you guys, you do not really want the whole fucking thing. In fact, I have somebody that's sending a bottle back to me that they got my whole sacral in it because they can't handle it. Like, no shit, try being me and carrying it around for your entire life, right? I feel like my dog who badly needs to be neutered sometimes. Passion, by the way, is a double-edged sword. I remember I had one of my lovers from the past, one of my toxic lovers from the past, was telling me that she loved most about me was my passion. I said, you understand that the way I passionately love you is the same way that I passionately hate you?
That makes sense too.
You know, and like that passion is a double-edged sword, you know, and that passion can get to the point where, you know, if it's not balanced out, you know, I may be wanting to like walk around and sniff your ankles all day, or I may just want to smother you with a fucking pillow tonight. But it doesn't have to be that way, not really. Like with Lisa, I definitely would sniff her feet all day long, but I don't want to smother her with a pillow at night.
Oh.
Maybe just yell at her a little bit every once in a while when she leaves a mess in the kitchen. And then our cinnamon and shit. Y'all are fucked. Y'all are so fucked when you buy this stuff. You'll barely be able to control yourselves. We'll smoke them out. I don't know if I should put the cinnamon in Lisa's.
Mine's over there.
Yeah, I see yours. I know where yours is at. I put it there. Oh, and this time I had the wherewithal to shut down the smoke detectors.
Setting them off.
Yeah.
Every time. He was in here like 5 minutes the other day, and I'm like, already?
Already.
I just got here.
Stand up, baby boy. That's what you're there for. Just stand up. I think that is so cool that I can fucking do that.
Oh, I'm gonna let you do that. I'm not that good.
So, I failed to mention that a lot of practitioners would say that something like this should be done during a new moon because of the manifestive creative thing like that, and I've decided to do it during a full moon for the simple fact that what I found with sacral energies being out of whack, it's more often something that we're holding on to that needs to be released. Actually, I think that's the case all the time. What I've always found with people that are having sacral difficulties is they're holding on to something, you know, that's like, it's blocking them from having the experience of their sacral energy. You know, like I've got a hold of a lot of people where I'm like, yo, your sacral is burning up. I don't know what your issue is. You know, it's got to be up here, you know, or in here. And it usually is. It's either up in the head or somewhere in the heart. Worrying will fuck our sacral energies up. And the thing about that is you know what, like, don't get caught in the idea that our sacrals and our sacral energies are related primarily to sex and nothing else, because they're not. You know, it's our creativity, it's our art, you know, our passion, how we live life. You know, if we start looking at life like everything's just kind of gray and dull and we don't know what our purpose is and stuff like that, we're disconnected from our sacral. We're probably worried about something too much. That's what's happened. Or there's some serious trauma. There's that part too. One last little bit of fire, and then we'll get into our meditations. So releasing, this is, I've been feeling it for a few days that this moon is toting some big dick releasing energies, you know, not the normal stuff that we deal with. And I've also been really pushed to tell people that a lot of us, between tonight, when our full moon apex is, and when our new moon comes, shit is going to go extremely sideways for her. If we're not prepared to release. If we've got anything within us between tonight's full moon apex here and when our new moon comes, if we're not willing and ready to release that stuff, shit is gonna go really sideways for us.
What is that, like 10 days?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked at the exact calendar about it.
What was my video? Just
Yeah.
let it go.
Release it. You know, and let's not fool ourselves into thinking that we're releasing something because we've just pushed it into the back of our mind.
If he could get out of my head, that'd be great. That's where I like to put things, is back there.
Yeah, and then we convince ourselves, oh yeah, we're free of that, we're done with that, except for it comes out sideways, and shit happens in our lives, and we're like, why is this happening? Every single thing that happens in our lives, good, bad, or indifference, is a direct result of an agreement that we've made and a choice that we've had to take. And all we have to do is make another choice and undo that agreement, or rewrite that agreement, or discard that agreement, whatever. You know what? I'm no longer agreeing to this pain and suffering that is linked to you.
Okay.
It is not mine. We're gonna go ahead and just level up a little bit vibrationally into the next paradigm. And let go.
I like the blue flame. It's pretty.
Okay.
Do you have anything that makes other color flames?
You know what? I haven't figured that out yet.
Okay.
But I
Just
surely
curious.
would like to because I want to see like
Didn't you see some online that had all
No.
colors?
every once in a while though when we're doing firework in our fireplace we'll get some green.
Yes,
And I'll get
some of
some
the greens
purple.
are pretty.
Green's pretty.
Teals
That
will
blue's
come
really
out.
pretty.
Yeah, I like it when teals come out. I've been kind of digging teal lately because I've got this friend who radiates teal every once in a while when he's not hurting, and I don't see it enough.
Teal's a pretty
I would like to
color.
see it a lot more. Lisa just totally hijacked my fucking water too.
Oh, it's over here.
All right, so that's it. In the video is a link to my Facebook page and my email if anyone's interested in trying to get a hold of some of this stuff or wants a little bit more information about the spell. By all means,
Or
hit
a
me up.
healing session.
Or a healing session.
Or
I think
a
probably that's
reading.
even more important. Healing session or a reading. Hit me up. Find me on whatever. It's in the link. It's in the comments. I'm pretty much done. You shut that down?
Yes, sir.